What's up, gang? Carolina Jackpot time checking in. Saw some crap floating around the Facebook toilet this morning that got my dander up a little bit. Not really sure when it came down the pipeline. I'm assuming this was yesterday, that they did a preview show on some of the teams in the Southeastern Conference, and South Carolina was featured. I'm really not sure. I was out and about and working late yesterday, so I really don't know, but apparently some idiot named Booger, there's somebody named Booger that works for the SEC Network. Booger, okay, he's an idiot named Booger that predicted South Carolina to go 4-8. What is this, the Porky's movie? Who the hell, how am I supposed to respect the opinion of somebody named Booger? Really? I mean, and then Greg McElroy, former Alabama quarterback, who was made to look like a bitch by the South Carolina defense back in 2010, predicted us to go 5-7. Now, Greg is the same idiot who in 2014 predicted us to go 11-1 with the only blemish, a loss to Auburn. Okay, so how am I supposed to take anything that you say seriously, sir? Because first off, in 2014, I knew we wasn't going no damn 11-1. Hell, we lost half the damn defense. We lost our starting quarterback. Connor Shaw was gone. Javion Clowney was gone to the NFL. That was a dumbass prediction from the get-go. So I knew that wasn't going to happen. And once again, you're a dumbass again, sir. 5-7. What are you? Okay, and Booger's pick was on Facebook. They had a screenshot of it. Booger had us losing games to NC State, Missouri on the road, Vanderbilt at home, Tennessee, Florida, Clemson, because Clemson is just, they're untouchable now. I can't remember what the other ones were. Texas A&M, I believe, perhaps. And this idiot had us beating Arkansas. Okay, first off, Arkansas is a tougher team than Missouri or stinking Vanderbilt. You have us losing at home to stinking Vanderbilt, but beating stinking Kentucky at home. That right there just shows that you're a little bit mentally challenged, sir. Vanderbilt is not better than Kentucky. I mean, neither one of them are any good, to be quite honest with you. Neither is Missouri. But we're not losing any of those games. First off, first game of the season, has an NC State pegged, lost. First off, get that out of your head. South Carolina is not losing to NC State. It's not happening. Screenshot it, write it down, take a picture of it, crochet it somewhere, put it on a little banner and fly it behind your DC-10 over Myrtle Beach. It's not happening. South Carolina is not losing to NC State in Bank of America Stadium. Yes, I've heard they've got about Kelster. They got the fourth best defensive line in the country. Okay, wow. Is that what else do they have? Nothing, sir. Nothing. We're going to get the ball out in space, and they're not going to be able to handle us. They ain't going to be able to handle us. They have one player on offense, Jalen Samuels. Torched Vanderbilt last year in the bowl game. Guess what? They don't have anything else. They have nobody else. You stop him, you stop NC State. Plain and simple. People say, well, they blew Vanderbilt out in the bowl game. Yes, on the scoreboard they did. But all 28 points, they were up 28-3. The whole load 28 points came in one cluster. Right there at the end of the first half, beginning of the second half. Other than that, Vanderbilt pretty much shut them down. The other school had a score on a pick six on the last play of the game. The last play of the game. It was 34-17, and they scored on a pick six. So that score was actually not as bad as it looked. So, and then losing at home to Vanderbilt, where do you get that notion? Vanderbilt lost the best defensive player they've ever had in their history, Zach Cunningham. They also lost the best running back they've ever had in their history, Ralph Webb. What? Where? Who? So are we getting torched by Kyle Shermer? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. That's an insult and a slap in the face. South Carolina is not losing at home to Vanderbilt, period. Vanderbilt, if you look at their history against us, when's the last time they beat South Carolina? 2008, maybe? And it rarely has happened in that time. I think since we've been in the SEC, we've maybe lost to Vanderbilt 3 times in 25 years. Not happening. Not happening again. Kentucky at home. That's a home game. They've beaten us. Yes, it's embarrassing. We've lost to them 3 years in a row. And 4 years ago, 2013, really didn't play that well against them. Lost that. Could have lost that game, but we didn't. We beat them by a touchdown. Quite frankly, they're not beating us at home. It's not happening. And all the damn Tater fans on here we're talking about, you got a blackout game against Kentucky. You got a blackout against Kentucky. Well, you know what, sirs? Till you dominate Kentucky in overall record like we do, shut up. Shut up. That's all I got to say about that. South Carolina's not losing to them. We are probably beating Texas A&M on the road now because more and more I hear about it, more and more about Texas A&M. Their coaching situation, Kevin Sumlin pretty much has lost control of his team. I mean, he just straight sucks. He's got one foot out the door, and the second one is soon to follow. So I think South Carolina's going to take that win in College Station. We could legitimately roll into Athens, Georgia, undefeated. Legitimately, and I'm not being delusional here. It's doable. It's doable. Who else do we have? Louisiana Tech. We're not losing to them, but quite frankly, that could be the toughest game out of the first four. Could be. Missouri, we're not losing on the road to them. They have a quarterback, Drew Lock. What else do they have? Nothing. Their defense is freaking horrible. Their defense is terrible, which their head coach is an ex-defensive coordinator. And the only reason they hired him as head coach is because the players loved him so much. Yet they can't play defense for the defensive coordinator. I don't get that. I don't get it at all. Missouri is terrible. South Carolina's going to trounce them on the road. Tennessee, nothing special. I put this game as a loss to begin with. But the more and more I hear other people talking about it, I think we got a chance there. That's 50-50 toss-up type game in my opinion. So, it should be interesting. Georgia on the road, I see that as a sure loss. I really do. They're returning what did old Uncle Lou say it was today? It's like 17 of the 22 starters from last year. Most teams you don't see that happen very often. They weren't bad last year. They had some bad losses that they should not have lost. They had some that they should have won games against Vanderbilt. Should have beat Georgia Tech. But, yeah, it is what it is. They've always been really talented, and I think that this year is the year that they make a run at the SEC Championship. I don't think that they're going to win the SEC Championship. I see them losing in Atlanta to Alabama, but I see Georgia making a New Year's Six Bowl, where if Clem Dump was lucky enough to win enough games to make it to a New Year's Six Bowl, I'd like to see y'all match up again. I'd like to see the Dogs beat the brakes off of them again, because that's another one that I don't think we're gonna have quite the firepower to compete with Clemson this year. Maybe next year. If we do, it's gonna take a hell of an effort. But I mean, that once again is doable. We don't know what Clemson's got. We know they got a really good defense, but they don't score points for you. So, could happen. Not likely. Wofford at home is a win. Florida at home is I don't know. That's one that could go either way. I could see us beating them. I honestly don't think they're that good. They're starting that idiot Del Rio at quarterback again. He sucks. That Callaway kid, he's suspended for the first game. Who knows if he'll be around. Hell, he might screw up again and be gone. So, Florida, in a little bit of trouble there. I think we'll take care of them. Best case, I think we finish like 9-3. That's best case scenario. And that's also me taking into account we lose one of those games somewhere. And then you got worst case scenario, I think 6-6. And that's just with us really not playing well in a couple of road games. So anybody that thinks we're going 4-8, you're an idiot. And if we go 4-8, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'll do. I may break things. My television set will probably end up with a big crack down the middle of it. I might shoot my TV. I don't know. It's possible. But whatever happens, I'm behind the Gamecocks, and I am behind Coach Boom 110%. I think he's an excellent recruiter. I think he's got good things going on in Columbia. I think he's bringing the coaches in there that we need to run the thing. I think he's going to keep his hands out of the offense. But I do think this year, if Kurt Roper doesn't do great things with that offense, we don't put up a lot of points, I don't expect to see him around in 2018. So, get your acts together. Support Coach Boom. I'm in his corner 110%. Go Gamecocks. I can't wait to kick NC State right square in the ass in Bank of America Stadium in 10 days. Woo! Go Cox! I said, go Cox!